Lady Charmaine, and my guest today has co-starred in television shows like Smart Guy, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, ESPN's Playmakers, and The Barbershop, the series. But he is remembered for his role as Sweet Pea in the movie Baby Boy, starring Tyrese. And he's here today to talk about his new movie coming out just in time for Christmas, entitled Christmas in Compton. Help me welcome the brother with the Colgate smile, Mr. Omar Gooding, to the show. Hey, Omar, how you doing?
I'm excellent. Just cheesing, getting my Colgate on.
Oh, yeah. I know that's like, now you got some nice teeth. Were you born with those teeth?
Thank you.
Yeah, you and T.I., you both are men with some beautiful, gorgeous teeth. Have you ever done teeth commercials at all?
Never done teeth commercials, no.
Toothpaste, mouthwash, anything like that? Well,
I did a bubblegum commercial when I was younger. That was about it. I don't think I showed my teeth much. I was just kind of chewing.
Okay.
Did a little speaking. Little bubble. That was about as far as I went.
Okay, they just showed the lips. You need something for those teeth, though. I'm gonna just give you a whole nother avenue, stream of income.
That's what's up. Message. I'll pass that along to my people. So put that into work.
I know that's right. Well, I'm really happy because I finally get a chance to interview somebody from the Gooding family. I really admire your family, very talented family. Of course, my first favorite was Cuba Gooding Sr., the dad. Many may not necessarily know that Cuba Gooding Sr. is his father who sung Everybody Plays the Fool in the group Main Ingredient. And then we all know your brother, Cuba Gooding Jr., and now I got Omar on the show. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yes, ma'am.
So Omar, for you are in a brand new movie entitled Christmas in Compton. Kind of tell us about the movie and your role.
Christmas in Compton, yes, it debuts November 9th. It hits theaters. You get to check your local listings to see which theaters it plays, depending on where you're at in the country. It's basically Keith David, who plays my father, who plays Big Earl, owns a Christmas tree lot called Big Earl's Christmas Tree in Compton, and I play his son, Derek Hollander. And basically, the whole drive through the movie is that I'm trying to show my dad that I have my own dreams. I don't want to just take over the family business per se. I'm a record producer, and I have a new group called Sugar Stuff. That is a new big hit. So there's a record producer by the name of Eric Roberts who owns his own label. Eric Roberts plays by the name of Tommy Maxwell, and he tries to sign the group and take them from me. So my whole drive is to raise enough money to start my own label so that I can sign them and keep the group and pursue my own dreams. But, of course, I run into a couple of problems along the way, and I wound up being in need of a Christmas miracle right in time for Christmas. So it's a good family film. It's hysterical. We got a great cast. Newcomer Edwin Hodge, Portia Coleman, who plays my love interest, Arif Kinchin, who plays Squeaky, and the very, very, very talented and funny Miguel A. Nunez Jr., who plays Delicious, who really brings down the house in every scene he's in. He was just a joy to work with. I mean, he's awesome. He's so funny. He made everybody around him even funnier, and he really helped the film. So, real proud of this. Can't wait for it to come out so everybody can see it.
And Shirley Ralph is also in the film as well.
Shirley Ralph, yes, I can't forget my girl, Shirley Ralph, who plays Abuta, who's Keith David's love interest in the film. Yeah, she's also an excellent woman and does an excellent job in this film.
Now, you are a brother that got many skills. I mean, okay, you come from a very creative family, singing, acting. You're an actor as well, but you also have a persona called Big O. Tell us about Big O, the rapper.
Big O, yes, I do. I do music, man. I mean, I couldn't help it. Especially both my father and mother were singers. My father's still doing this thing. He punched me for saying the word. Yeah, man, I've been rapping since about '89. I put an album out called Trade and War Stories. You can get that on iTunes right now and just check out Big O and see how I get down. And I'm working on putting out a solo album, but I'm taking my time. I'm doing the Dr. Dre detox thing. I'm just making sure it's perfect. I got a couple more features to get on there, man. I did a couple songs. I did one with Twista, did one with Too Short, did a couple other cuts, a couple other surprises on the album. But real excited, but I'm just taking my time. And I'll probably put it out by next summer.
So you rap for real. When you mentioned Twista and the people that you're working with. Okay. Now, do you sing as well?
A little bit. I mean, I can carry a tune. I'll mess around and hit a note. And people go, "Oh, okay, I didn't know you could sing." I'm like, "No, I can't. That was a joke." But I can hold a note. So especially in the rap world, I do my own hooks and whatnot. And I sing on a couple of the songs, but nothing like it.
Okay.
Nothing like pop. And it's funny because My parents, they had actually divorced when I was around 5, and then they got back together when I was around 18. And when my father came back around, so to speak, he took try to take interest in what I was doing. He said, "Oh man, I know you was rapping. You guys should be singing and whatnot too." And at that time, it wasn't a bad idea. So I had a group at the time, and he got us all together, and we take us in the studio and we practice our harmonies and whatnot. So we were kind of doing like the singing / rap thing. It was kind of funny. But at that time back in the day, it was kind of cool. So it worked. Now, not so much. So I just kind of stick straight to hip hop of mine.
Now, since your family is very creative, you have singers in the family. How did you get into acting? Where did your interest for that come from?
Well, let's see, I was 10 years old, so at that time I wasn't interested in a whole lot, most 10-year-olds,
Mm-hmm.
But I was always into like the school plays, and I was rapping, writing up my little raps, and going to the schoolyard and rapping with like the 6th graders and whatnot. It was funny. I'd unfold my little paper and bust my little rap. And one day, my brother took me along with him to go to his agent to pick up a script, and he just sent me inside, "Go pick up a script for me." And I ran in, and I met his agent, and she saw me, and I smiled, flashed my little Colgate, and she was like, "Oh, kiddo, I should send you out on some calls. Would you like to try acting?" And I was like, "I'll see if my mom will let me." As far as I took it. So I told my mom about it, and bugged her and begged, and she prayed on it and said, "You know what? If you keep your grades up, why not? What could it hurt?" And they sent me out on a couple of auditions. I had 2 auditions on the very first day.
Wow.
And the first audition was for some I can't even remember the name of the show, but it was for some brand new TV show in a high-rise building. It scared me to death. So I went in and read, and I didn't get it. But the second audition was for an educational film called McGruff the Crime Dog. You remember McGruff?
Yes.
McGruff back in the day?
Yes, I do.
So McGruff, it was at a house. There was a bunch of kids running around, real relaxed, real chill. And, paired me up with another kid, and we, went over it, went nice, relaxed, went in, read it, and I booked it. And I was like the lead in a educational film for McGruff the Crime Dog. So that was the rest was history. After that, I said, hey, this is kind of easy. And God has been good, because I've just been blessed to have a long career from an early age, an early start, and I was able to transition into movies into adulthood. So it's been fun. It's been a fun ride.
And a chance just to pick up a script for your brother, and then look where it took your career, and then you flashed that smile, and it was just all over. So I'm telling you, we got to get some toothpaste commercials coming out of here. I'm trying to tell you.
That's what it is.
You got it. And speaking of you coming into adulthood, one of my favorite roles, I'm sure everybody tell you, is Sweet Pea from Baby Boy. Tell us, how did you get that role?
Oh, that was awesome. And it was funny because growing up doing sitcoms, the sitcoms that I was accustomed to, back to TGI Friday, remember I was doing Hang with Mr. Cooper,
Mm-hmm.
And then I transitioned into Smart Guy.
Mm-hmm.
I would audition for movies, but it was hard to be taken seriously because, they would always go, oh, you're that vaudevillian type of slapstick kind of comedy, with all the extra animation and whatnot. So we need you to just learn how to be natural and relaxed. And I wouldn't get a fair shake for a lot of the films. It was harder to book. They would just go with names that they knew and whatnot. And I finally booked a role in a film called Freedom Song, which is about the first sit-ins in Mississippi. And I had a small role, and there was one scene where we had to sit in at one of the lunch counters and get arrested. And, we didn't know if we were, as black in Mississippi at that time, we didn't know if we were going to get beat, we were going to get shot, stabbed, whatever the case was. So it was a tough scene where I had to, show some emotion because we didn't know what was going to happen. And then when they said you got arrested, we just get let out in handcuffs, and that was it. So one day I get a call. My manager, who is my mother still manages me to this day, she gives me a call and she says, John Singleton just called and wants to speak with you about a movie. Absolutely. Put passion through, what are we waiting on? So he gives me a call and he's like, hey, Omar, good to meet you, man. And, and the funny thing, what he said, I'm going to tell you what I told your mother. I said, I made your oldest son a star. Now I want to make your youngest son a star in the movie world. I said, oh, wow. Absolutely, my brother. So what is it you want me to do? He said, well, I was watching a film called Freedom Song, and I noticed you were in there, man. And I saw this one scene, and that's all I needed to see to know that you would be ideal for a role by the name of Sweet Pea in a movie called Baby Boy. I'm going to send you the script. I want you to go hit the gym and I'll be out in L.A. in a few months, and we're going to read you for it, and we'll see how you do, my brother. But, I'm real serious and passionate about this work, so I want you to really, take it seriously, really hit the gym, and I'll see you when I get out there. And I'm like, absolutely. I read the script and was blown away. I was like, how did he see this? From the one scene where I'm sitting down at the lunch counter, I frowned up maybe one time and showed a little seriousness and then walked out. And I was like, wow, really? So, I just delved right into it. I hit the gym. I lost about 20, 30 pounds. He showed up out here in L.A. We met right at Leimert Park. And, I had the auditions out there. I walked in with my tank top, kicked the chair over, started, going off, did the thing. And, he was impressed, and he said, oh, man, you look great. I'm glad you hit the gym and whatnot. We'll talk to you soon. And that was it. And, like, a month or two passed. I'm out hanging out with my friends, and I get a call from my agents, and, they're jumping up and down. They're screaming. I can hear them over the phone, and they're like, you got it. And I'm like, I got what? What are you talking about? They're like, the audition, you just booked it. You're playing one of the leads in Baby Boy with John Singleton, and then I fell out. I was like, I was amazed. Because, I didn't think I got it after, 2 months passed. You figure it's over with. And then they just thought, like, okay, no, they were just taking their time on the audition process, brother. You got it, and you start filming in a month. And that was just an awesome ride, man. Rubbing elbows with Snoop, who's just a great human being. He was just so cool, man. And he kind of validated the whole thing for me because, when we started filming Baby Boy, the very first scene that we shot for the whole movie was the scene where I'm in the garage and I'm telling Jody that I want to be saved. So John Singleton came to me and said, come on now, brother, you're going to kick this whole film off for me, so I need you to amp it up. I really need you to deliver. And that's, one of the reasons why that scene was so powerful to me, because it was just, I was like, all right, you got to do this. You got to nail it. So after Snoop, I guess he had seen that scene and a couple other scenes, he pulls me to the side as we're leaving the set, like, 3 weeks into it, and he just says, man, brother, I know we haven't met formally, haven't introduced myself, but, yeah, brother, I know who you are. He's like, well, I just want to let you know that you're doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the dailies and really doing your thing. Keep putting it down. And I was like, boom, that's all I needed to hear. So, yeah, and the rest is history, man. And that was just such a great film to work on, to see how many people that it touched, and then thank God for BET, who shows it every second of every day.
No, man.
Seen it. You know what I mean? It's always on. I'm sure it's on right now. So, but it's cool, man, because, I get to see the people that I've touched, and, you'd be surprised. The brothers, walk up, grown men, just walk up in tears, and gangbangers, and ex-cons that are like, man, that was my life that you was portraying. And I was like, yeah, I know, man. So, it was good to get that out there.
And it's so funny because, the role is so memorable. Me and my husband, we still talk about your role, especially with the young man. He was like, yeah, man, you got heart. And then when you pulled off your belt, that was so hilarious. And we still talk about that. You have to do a little something different with that character. You got a lot of heart.
Right.
That was really good.
Right.
Now, are there any other projects that you are working on in the future that we can look forward to seeing?
Yes, there are a couple other projects. I did a film. I completed a film in Miami called Percentage, which is my reunion with Ving Rhames, which is awesome because I got always a pleasure to work with Ving. With myself, Ving Rhames, Cameron is making his return back to the acting scene, man, because he did so good in Paid in Full and a couple other films. But it's him, myself, Macy Gray is in it, Antoine Tanner, a bunch of another wonderful cast that I'm excited about. And we filmed this thing out in Miami last year, and it should be finished. They're doing the score right about now, so it should probably be out in, I'd say, no later than February, sometime in the spring.
Okay.
Percentage. Yep. And then I also have a series called Family Time that we did 6 episodes, and we aired it on Bounce. And now we're looking forward to starting up the second season. So look forward to Family Time, new movie Percentage, and my album coming out soon. So, yeah, man, just staying busy.
So you're looking for Big O coming out soon in 2013?
That's what it is.
I know that's right. Big O coming to the radios near you. Download it right now on iTunes. You got a couple singles on iTunes, right?
That's right. You can pick up the whole album, Trading War Stories. It's Steve-O and Omar Big O Gooding presents Trading War Stories. You can cop that on iTunes right now.
Do you think that you and your brother may ever produce anything together since you both are actors?
Yes, we're in the works with that as we speak. As a matter of fact, but we'll have something to drop on y'all very soon. But we're going over a couple projects that interest us both, and it's just basically a scheduling thing. It's like when I'm not working, he's working. We're both always working. So
okay.
It's just, once we can settle down and be on the same page, and we'll make that happen definitely.
Well, at least that's a good problem to have, that you both are working. You just can't get the schedules together, so that's good.
Absolutely. We'll make it happen.
Now,
It's in demand. Every time I do an interview, they say, what about you and your brother doing movies? You know what? Trust me. We've thought about it. We've tried it. It'll happen, though. It'll definitely happen.
Okay. Now, if somebody wanted to follow you, are you on Twitter, on Facebook, have a website?
I'm on Twitter. Yep, Twitter, at the Omar Gooding on Twitter and as Facebook as well.
Now, do you handle your own Facebook and Twitters, or are we going to be talking to your assistants?
That's me. No, that's fine. I have the at Omar. The Twitter is me. The Facebook is me, and then I have a Facebook fan page that my phone is running. So
Okay.
the fan page is the one I keep telling people, look, I didn't get that message. I'm sorry. I'll check it when I can, but I'm doing what I can. But it's definitely me if you do. The Twitter's me for sure.
Okay. Well, I just want to thank you so much for coming on the show. And I want to remind everyone to make sure you go and catch Christmas in Compton, coming to a theater near you, opening November the 9th. It is a great family movie. I got a chance to see the movie, Omar. Great family movie. I watched it with my family. It's really taking you back to those good old family days. You don't have to worry about a whole lot of, cursing in the movie. It's just a good, feel-good family movie. And I just want to commend you all for bringing that to theaters for all of us.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Not a problem. Anytime.
Thank you.